Are you looking for the best 1440p gaming monitors? In this video we will look at some of the 4 best monitors on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Asus ROG Swift OLED PG27 AQDM. The best 1440p monitor for gaming that we've tested is the Asus ROG Swift OLED PG27 AQDM. It's a high-end 27-inch monitor with an OLED panel that combines fantastic gaming performance and exceptional picture quality. It has a 240Hz refresh rate that's ideal for competitive gaming, and it has FreeSync variable refresh rate (VRR) support and GSANC compatibility to reduce screen tearing. Besides that, it has a near-instantaneous response time with any refresh rate for smooth motion. It delivers fantastic picture quality as it displays perfect blacks without any blooming, ideal for darkroom gaming. While it has low input lag for a responsive feel, you must update it to the latest firmware for the best performance. However, if you want something with low input lag out of the box, the Dell G272 offers that, but it doesn't get as bright and has more overshoot than the Asus. They each have the same OLED panel, but unfortunately, OLEDs have the risk of permanent burn-in with constant exposure to the same static elements over time. This isn't so much a concern if you play different games, but it's problematic if you constantly play the same game. At number 2. LG G272B/27GP83BB. If you want something cheaper but aren't necessarily looking for a budget monitor, the LG G272B is a good alternative in the lower mid-range price category. As you go for lower-cost displays, there are a few sacrifices you need to make, and in this case, it has a lower 180Hz max refresh rate compared to the 240Hz refresh rate on the LG G272GR83QB. It isn't as good of a choice if you're a competitive gamer who needs the highest refresh rate, but it's still good enough for casual gamers. Luckily, motion handling is incredible, as it has a fantastic response time across its entire refresh rate range. It's also available as the 27GP83BB at different retailers, but it doesn't have an overclock or backlight strobing feature like on the 27GP850B model. The monitor also works well with both the PS5 and Xbox Series X, but it doesn't have HDMI 2.1 bandwidth or support VRR with the PS5. If you want a monitor that supports VRR with the PS5, consider the Dell Alienware AW2724DM, but it has slightly worse motion handling at lower refresh rates. At number 3. Asus ROG Swift PG279QM. If you're concerned about the risk of permanent burn-in on OLEDs or simply want something cheaper, check out the Asus ROG Swift PG279QM. While it has a 27-inch screen and 240Hz refresh rate like the Asus ROG Swift OLED PG27 AQDM, it's a step down in picture quality because it doesn't have an OLED panel. It can't display the same perfect blacks, so it's a worse choice for darkroom gaming. However, it has a few advantages, as it doesn't risk burn-in and has native G-Sync VRR support, which means it can take full advantage of NVIDIA graphics cards. It includes features you can only use with NVIDIA graphics cards, like Reflex Latency Analyzer and Variable Overdrive to improve motion handling. Besides those extra perks, it's impressive for gaming as it has an excellent response time across its entire refresh rate range. Despite not performing well in darkrooms, it's a good choice if you want to use it in a room with a few lights, as it gets bright enough to fight glare and has good reflection handling. At number 4. Dell G272D. If you're looking for the best 1440p gaming monitor on a budget, check out the Dell G272D. It's a very basic gaming monitor that performs very well. It has a 27-inch screen size like the LG G272B/27GP83BB, but it doesn't have an overclock feature, so its max refresh rate is 165Hz, and it doesn't have a backlight strobing feature either. Luckily, it still provides excellent motion handling with an extremely fast response time at any refresh rate. This monitor supports all common VRR formats, including FreeSync, GSANC, and even HDMI 4M VRR, which is the format that the PS5 supports. It has a few gaming-oriented features, like crosshairs and different vision modes, giving you a competitive advantage over opponents. That said, it doesn't have many other extra features, as it lacks a USB hub and even an audio output, so if that's something you want, check out the Gigabyte M27QP. However, that monitor has worse motion handling, so stick with the Dell if you want the best performance.